Is Cowboys coach Jason Garrett on the hot seat? Of course he's on the hot seat. It's the Dallas Cowboys. It's been 10 years. It's been 25 years. It is the nature of this beast. Good day, I'm Mike Fisher, the Fish. The subject came up on 105.3 The Fan, and good for the fellas to have asked this of Stephen Jones. And Stephen said, absolutely not. He's doing a great job. He's got our players motivated. We're going to get through this difficult time, having lost 2 games. Absolutely, we'll be fine. Absolutely not. But in Dallas and at the Star, hot is relative, and even the word absolutely is relative. We know and knew going into this year, even before training camp, that this was going to have to be the year. It's kind of a loud secret at the Star. It's not unknown that this was going to have to be a year where the Cowboys accomplished something under Jason Garrett of premium level. Now, a lot of people have asked me, so does that mean they got to win the Super Bowl? I won't say that. Does it mean they have to win the NFC Championship game? I don't say that. Does it mean they have to be better than they've ever been? Yeah, I'd go with that. There is no imminent firing of Jason Garrett, nor should there be. They've lost 2 games, not 12, and their record is 3-2, and they're in first place in the NFC East somehow, and they play out the Jets, and that should work out fine for them this week. And then you've got the big test coming up against contenders for the rest of the schedule, including obviously the Eagles, a contending team that the Cowboys have competed with just fine over the course of Jason Garrett's recent years. Just fine, thank you. But hot seat is real. It was real before training camp. It was real when we got to Oxnard and had the glory hole press conference, and I'm sitting there when a colleague just to the left of me asked Jerry Jones about Jason Garrett's job security and the lack of an extension. Remember that now, the lack of a contract extension after a playoff win. And Jason's sitting right there, and Jerry's got to answer the question. And Jerry chooses to not answer the question by instead saying, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. There's that damn construction drill going on in the background, which indeed there was. Construction noises all through Cowboys training camp, under construction, if you will, trying to get to a point where they've been better than they've ever been. And that's still on Garrett. I can tell you that the ownership here, that the front office here, believes that yes, Jason Garrett's coaching for his job, and yes, that's okay. That kind of thing can work. The most famous example of it that I've seen, certainly in DFW sports, is after Don Nelson of the Mavericks had their gigantic first year, the first time they were really good. The year they played the Spurs in the playoffs, and then Dirk had the leg injury, and Nelly said, let's not play him. And Cuban and Nelly did not get along. We're not getting along at that time. That created a bit of a rift of sorts to the point where Nelly assumed, okay, after that great year, we're going to now we get a contract extension. Not just Nelly, but my entire staff. And Cuban said, no, why don't you just coach your ass off? And they did. And then came the extension. And the same thing can happen here with Jason Garrett. Just go succeed your ass off, and this can all work out. That's the Cowboys management view, that this team is built to succeed, that they've given Jason Garrett a championship caliber team, a championship contending team. So let's go. Steven says that Jason's doing a great job with this team, and the word great is also relative. 3-0 is great, 0-2 not so great. The fact that this team does always fight, in capital letters with an exclamation mark emblazoned across their chest, that they always fight. And it's true. Whatever message that Jason Garrett has given you in Cowboy Nation that is lost on you, that you're sick of, that you find mundane, that you find robotic, that you find repetitive, the players buy into it. The players believe that Jason believes in his cliches, in his chestnuts, in the bumper sticker slogans, and in the t-shirts that say things on them. IDM on the sleeve. What does that mean? It doesn't matter. IDM, it doesn't matter. Trying to close out this outside noise of what people think, and of pressures, and of uneducated opinions, and of absolutes. We have to close out the white noise of absolutes too. Jason Garrett is absolutely on the hot seat. He is not, absolutely not on the hot seat, not because of anything he did today, and it's nothing that can be completely repaired tomorrow or in the next few days against the Jets. This is something that's going to last Jason Garrett and his heir, whoever the next coach is, the successor here, whenever that is, next year or next decade, the pressure will be on in Dallas to coach a contender. That's what the hot seat is. 2 straight losses, and that noise, it don't matter, IDM, that noise is getting louder. And the hot seat, premium success for the Dallas Cowboys is the only way that Jason Garrett avoids the hot seat from getting still hotter.